In this chapter, we are going to learn about one of ClickUp's most powerful features, which is automations. Automations allow ClickUp to perform actions automatically based on rules that we define. The basic concept is simple. When something happens, ClickUp automatically performs another action. Think of it as creating a digital assistant inside your workspace. Instead of manually updating tasks, assigning people, or sending reminders, ClickUp can do these tasks for us automatically. There are several benefits to using automations. They save time by reducing repetitive work. They eliminate routine manual updates. They help maintain consistency across projects. They reduce human errors that can occur when people forget to perform certain actions. They also improve communication by automatically notifying the right people. For example, when a task is marked as done, ClickUp can automatically notify the project manager. When a new task is created, it can automatically assign the task to a team member and set a due date. Similarly, when a task moves to in review, ClickUp can create a QA subtask automatically. Every automation consists of three components: the trigger, the event that starts the automation, condition, an option filter that determines when the automation should run, action, the action that ClickUp performs automatically. Together, these components help automate repetitive workflows and improve team productivity. Now let's look at how automations are actually created in ClickUp. Automations can be configured at different levels within ClickUp. They can be configured at the space level, at the folder level, and at the list level. Any automation created at a particular level applies to all tasks within that location and its child locations. Let's walk through a simple example. Suppose we want to notify the project manager whenever a task is marked as completed. The steps are straightforward. First, open the desired space or list. Next, click on the automation button inside, usually represented by a light bolt icon. Then click Add Automation. For the trigger, select Status Changes and choose the status Done. Optionally, we can add a condition. For example, we may want the automation to run only for high priority tasks. Next, we define the action. In this example, we choose Add Comment and enter a message such as Task marked as done, please review. Finally, save the automation with a description name such as Notify PM on Done. To test automation, simply change a task status to Done. Within a few seconds, ClickUp bot will automatically add the comment and the project manager will receive a notification. This demonstrates how automations can streamline communication and reduce manual follow-up work. There are many useful automations available in ClickUp, especially for beginners. Most common is auto assign. Whenever a task is created, ClickUp automatically assigns it to the appropriate team member. Another popular automation is the review workflow. When a task enters the in review stage, it is automatically assigned to a QA or reviewer. We can also create reminder automations. For example, when a due date arrives, ClickUp can automatically send a notification or reminder email. For computer tasks, CleanUp Automations can move tasks into an archive after a certain period, helping keep workspaces organized. ClickUp also supports template-based automations. For example, if a task title contains the word blog, ClickUp can automatically apply a blog template containing predefined subtasks such as draft, edit, and publish. Some common triggers available in ClickUp include task created, status changed, priority changed, assignee added or removed, custom field updated. Some common actions include assign task, change status, add or remove tags, add comments, update custom fields, move tasks. A useful feature for beginners is the automation template section. ClickUp provides a ready-made automation recipe that can be used immediately without creating rules from scratch. When using automations, it is important to follow some best practices. First, start simple. Begin with one trigger and one action. Second, avoid over-automation. Too many automations can confuse users and make workflows difficult to understand. Third, use automations to enforce your business processes rather than replace good workflow designs. Finally, review automation logs regularly to ensure everything is working correctly. Let's finish by reviewing some of the most commonly used automation actions and key lessons from this chapter. Once an automation is triggered, ClickUp can perform many different actions automatically. For example, it can assign tasks to team members, it can change task statuses, it can add or remove tags, it can post comments and notify users, it can update custom fields, it can move tasks between lists, folders, or spaces. These actions help reduce manual work and keep workflows moving automatically. The key takeaway from this chapter is that automations allow teams to focus on important work rather than repetitive administrative tasks. So remember these 5 important points. First, automation is used to save time. Second, it improves consistency and accountability across teams. Third, it reduces human errors by automating routine processes. And fourth, start small and avoid creating too many automations at once. And finally, monitor automation logs regularly to ensure everything is functioning properly. A good automation should simply work, not complicate it. When used correctly, automations can significantly improve productivity, ensure processes are followed consistently, and allow team to focus on high-value activities. In short, automations help us work smarter, faster, and more efficiently. So this concludes our introduction to ClickUp Automations. In this chapter, we'll continue and learn advanced ClickUp features that help save time and help improve collaboration and manage work efficiently. So now let's move on to the practical tutorial. So let's start with the automation chapter in ClickUp. So we can implement the automations on the space level, on the folder level, or on the list level. So you can see the 3 dots. So over here we have the Thunderbolt icon and automations. So this is at the space level, and at the list level, click on the three dots. You also see the automations option. So we will be implementing an example. This will be in the status level. So we are in the planning list, and we'll be automating the review status. So what we're going to do is that when a task which is in review is moved to closed, there is an automation process, and there is a comment which asks the supervisor or the project manager to review the task. So let's implement it. Let's go into the automation. Let's implement this change. This is the trigger on the left side, and on the right side, we have actions. So let's go on the review. So as soon as it's a trigger from review to completed, there will be a trigger. Okay, let's set a trigger. Okay, let's mention. Okay, add a comment. So as soon as status is changed, so let's add a comment to the supervisor, which is me in this case. Please review the task. Let the team know if any changes are required. So I have a simple message to the supervisor or the project manager. So let's create this. You can see that this automation has been created. Okay, with the automation being created, let's put it to the test. Let's go in the design and development task. Let's mark it as completed from review. Okay, we made the change. So you see all of a sudden, this is a comment, and the project manager or the supervisor has been tagged, which is me in this case. Please review the task. Let the team know if any changes are required. So this was a very simple automation. If we go inside the automations, we can see that there are a wide range of automations to choose from. So many of the automations are standard. So it's just like using a template. So we'll also be reviewing that later in chapters. So for now, you just have to know that the automation process is fairly useful and very simple. And then it can also implement many advanced features. So thanks a lot.